Hey everybody, we had some technical problems with that first video clip, so I ended it when I started talking about ACMR after finishing up ELF. Just looking at, excuse me, just looking at oil while I'm waiting on the video to start back up. Let's go to ACMR and just a couple more setups. Just wanted to show you. So we got ACMR and it looks like it's trying to set up a little flag back look. It definitely faded back off of the highest ever volume, and now we're just kind of hanging on to that base. I would look for ACMR similar to we've seen in other plays here lately, and not against, within the normal pullback here. This would probably be the demand zone down here at the bottom of the open off the highest volume ever. So I'm going to try to be a little patient with this one. Of course, you could play it through a flag break, but it's not the perfect flag setup. And in fact, just a little tip for you, when you look at these VWAPs off the highs on any flag setup, until you're above that VWAP, you're not really in a bullish position. Fix is a decent setup. You're coming off the upside reversal day. Really, it just shows you what can happen off an upside reversal day. You had a lot of distribution volume here, so that's not really my kind of play. But you do have this nice cheap pivot where you have the gap above, and you should probably get a little fill there. So you could play the break. Excuse me. Apologize. The break above the pivot volume. Pocket pivot volume here. It's extreme volume, so any break above, you should be able to certainly fill that gap. But it's not a large enough gap where I would be able to say I could move my stop up to even and feel comfortable. So it's just not the best looking play for me. Plus, that distribution volume has me worried. SFM, nice increasing volume. One of the very few plays out there right now that we have a strong gap up. We got 6% off the earnings, and then the ERVWAP is turned up, and we've got increasing volume with a potential breakout. Only about 1.5% away, and then into blue skies into new highs. So you've got a real nice potential breakout right there with SFM, which is again coming off of the food, restaurant, retail type stuff. Very bullish those right now. You can't worry about FOMC in a play like this. You just take the breakout, manage your risk, treat it like a flag heading into FOMC, chase your stops, and take the money. Uber, very popular play. Definitely one that institutions have been all over. You can see the pocket pivot volume back here. And then, of course, we had the big gap up. And then one thing you can do is add in on a gap up like that, a VWAP. Right now, price is holding below that, as you can see. I'm looking at this as a Wyckoff type setup. This volume right here could end up being a very long setup. This could be like period A of the Wyckoff setup, and then you would need B, which would be similar to what you see here. I mean, this could end up being a wonderful setup over time where it comes up and punches through, sort of an upward thrust, and then comes back down again, and that's where you would look to buy as we move into what we call phase C, potentially with a Wyckoff spring somewhere down around here. But you could also ride it any kind of break above this earnings VWAP. You can manage risk at the bottom because it's not a big mover, so you can manage risk off the low here on any break above the earnings VWAP. EDU, for anybody that wants to gamble with China. I don't play China stocks right now, but you do have excuse me, a nice wedge setup off a low volume pullback, and it's right here off the 10 EMA. I mean, that's a good setup, but for me personally, I don't like. It's a good setup, but as far as managing risk goes, I mean, you got a gap down right here, and it's just a China play. I'm not really interested in that. COR, it's getting into any kind of medical. I stay away from bio plays, but you do have very nice pocket pivot volume right here, and it is an upside reversal day. So, from a technical standpoint, a break above yesterday's close would be a good play because you'd be looking at a potential breakout above. So I'm not big on playing the medical and bio, and I'm not big on playing the China stocks right now. It's just not for me. ICLR, you got a bit of a flag back pull, nice upside reversal right here. Very nice volume, nothing out of the ordinary in here. It's just a nice solid play. Um, I would like it through the flag break. I mean, it's not a bad play at all. And then you got APPF is a flag back, and you got two upside reversal days. I'm liking those two upside reversal days. I like the low volume pullback here. You definitely could see a break through the flag. You do have the ERV WAP where it's potentially turning down. So as you can see, some of these plays are getting a little iffy as you go through them, but you just keep an eye on them. TNK had a nice little bust over the top of this big price move day. It had increasing volume after a nice low volume pullback. That's a good looking play right there. It's back above the 10-day moving average and 20-day moving average. I think this is what you would look for as a potential switchback with the 10-20 EMA, similar to what Oliver Kell talks about. If you look back here, you have big volume, big punch volume. That's very similar to the Oliver Kell setup. So you may want to look at some of the marine shipping plays. I think that could be one that for the long term, when people come back, they'll talk about it having a nice cup, potential handle somewhere right in here and coming back. So could be working up the right side. This could be the beginning of working up the right side. Obviously, oil and shipping is an area of concern right now throughout the world. So you have potential catalyst in there. Of course, you could also have it in one day with catalyst. You can have a change where oil shipping lanes open up, or truce or peace or anything, so you have some macro issues at play there, but it looks good. It looks like we're working up the right side. And like I said, you could wake up tomorrow to a nice gap up off the switchback against, similar to an Oliver Kell type play developing right here with TNK. So that's just a few setups to help you heading into Monday. And as you get ready for the week, and of course we got FOMC, so you have to just keep that in mind as you're looking at all the various plays as you're rolling through them. Good luck to everybody, and if you need anything, just send me a message. You can DM me, or you can put it in general chat, and I'll be happy to break down any charts or anything you need at any time. Have a great week, everybody.